Chris. How you doing? It's a storm again today. Because it's like a day that ends in Y. Back to the Royal Woodlands again. Very far from home today. I can still manage to do Viceroy level, so I may as well. Gonna do Prestige too, so the game lasts longer. Gonna start with 10 people because that seems like a much faster start than starting with only 8, and hey, 5 extra parts to boot, so why not? Too far away from the Citadel to get any embarkation points whatsoever. Sure does feel like on this mode with the Queen's Hand trial that like embarkation bonuses sure don't matter very much at all. You know, with roguelike games, it feels like there should be a slightly faster turnaround for some of this stuff. I don't know. It's not. I missed my upgrade. That's basically all I'm saying. Also, we're at the Monastery of the Holy Flame. No forbidden consumption. No favoring species. We'll see if that causes problems or not. And let's see what else causes problems. Quaking Bog, gathering speed slowed down. That might affect something. Hopefully not. Hungerstorm's a little dangerous. This basically kills foxes in if they miss more than one meal, which is very bad. Cold Snap. People eat much more if they don't have complex food. Gonna try to get complex food up as fast as I can, but you know, it doesn't always work that way. And then finally, Eerie Song. People just die at Hostility 5, which is bad. Not exactly a suite of mysteries I enjoy. But then again, what mysteries do I ever enjoy? Let's see what we get. Harpy House Start is an interesting theory. Artisan coats are kind of like fine. It feels a little early for flour, and we'd only want to make pies out of it. It's not a strong flour pick today. It's not a strong tool shop either. Is this really Harpy House? It does make it so they're a lot easier to handle during the storm, and since I can't favor species, there's also something to be said about that. Could be okay. Let's grab it. Switch it up, let's do something weird. Smokehouse is pretty good. Stamping Mill is also pretty good. I do love the Stamping Mill on the Royal Woodlands. There's a lot of clay pits around, so pottery's a good choice for pickled goods. Opens up flour for pies, you can make copper bars in a pinch. Makes you some metal. Smokehouse is also pretty good. I'd be a lot more tempted to do that if we had any meat in the starting area, but we don't. I'm gonna pick up this Stamping Mill. Tool shop is always nice, but that's something we get later. Smokehouse returned. I think this is obviously granary, though. We're already set up to make pickled goods, and the fabric can make the harpies happy. That's very strong. Lumber mill would also be really nice, but, well, you know, if it was up to me, I'd get the workshop every time, but I can't, so that's that. Definitely gonna look for crystallized dew from somewhere, but, we don't have it, so that's that. Oh my god, just drop that there, please, thank you. Get somebody useful on the hearth. Probably gonna have to swap that out for a lizard relatively soon, but for now, we just go. Gonna need a crude workstation. Just put that wherever. It's fine. I'll need the flax field for fabric and for clay to build basically anything. And that'll do. Definitely need to get some space cleared out for housing pretty soon. Gotta get some fabric made, so I want to get the granary made as quickly as I can. So probably just set this to 2, set planks to 20, set bricks to like, I don't know, 8. We'll get, once we get a better building, I'll up the rate, but for now I don't want to make too much stuff. Oh, hey, none of these do anything. Yeah? Yeah, none of this does anything. I mean, like, these are kind of mid to late game picks. Nothing helps right now. This is definitely something I would reroll. God, I wish I had my upgrades. Man. I don't want to tell the game developers their business, but it does feel like I would much rather... like, the mode would be a lot more interesting if I had all those hard-won upgrades I had before. Well, I guess it would just be easier. I guess this is a way to increase difficulty, but I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It sucks. It sucks and I hate it. Because I'm losing. And it's very hard to, like, manage things, too. I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, we have enough wood for housing, so let's pop this open. Call to arms or relics? What a weird choice. Never guaranteed to get an ancient tablet. Call to arms. I mean, like, +1 to oil is like, am I ever gonna have oil? Maybe not. I think I just want the wildfire essence for right now. It'll do. Hurried expedition. Says cultivation's easy-ish to complete. Don't have any eggs, so I can't really do egg collection, although the plus to pie would be very nice. How feasible is hurried expedition? I do have a dangerous glade like right there. It's not crazy. Got 10 tools, which is something. I definitely will probably have to call in a trader for that, which is certainly not the end of the world, but it's definitely something I'll have to focus on if I click this button. So I guess I will. The flock. I can't favor species, which makes this significantly harder. I can get them up from 5 to +7, so I can get them up to 12 easily enough, but then I'm relying on getting complex food up and running. These are bad. This sucks. We'll get the flock someday. That's the best I can say about it. Anyway, time to chop into a dangerous glade, see what we get in there. Do we have some plant fiber in storage yet? No. Well, we have 2, but I need a lot of fabric right now. And 2's not gonna cut it, as it turns out. Okay, we have enough for some fabric, so I'll pull this guy off of flax gathering, get somebody working on fabric, and then hopefully we make the greenery real fast, and that'll be all the fabric we ever make here. Alright, ew. Fishmen. I hate fishmen. That's rough. Not entirely sure what I can do about it. We also have a large encampment, which is something. Not a lot of food here. Ton of fertile ground, though, which is nice. If we find a fertile ground building. I don't know, man. Who's arriving? Zorg. He does have tools. We could theoretically buy 5 of them, and that'll work. Insect traps ain't bad. There's not a lot of mushrooms on this map, is there? Well, there's some. We haven't found any, but they do exist in theory. So that could be a solution to that. It does provide that does provide a lot of meat, especially if you have a greenhouse. We found a clearance water geyser, which is interesting. Sending caches gives you copper ore. I mean, I wouldn't mind bribing them, except that, you know, like, how do I do any of these? I can't. It's very hard. Anyway. We'll call Zorg. We'll see what solutions he brings, if any. If this had an ancient tablet in the bonuses, I probably would be swayed more towards bribing, but in the absence of that, I would much rather chase them away. Let's see what we get there. Ooh, fertile ground building would be super nice. It doesn't look like you have anything I can bribe them with. Jerky, ale, skewers, or pie. Yeah, none of that. Yeah. The only thing we can really make is pickled goods here, so none of that is happening. So that means I need rocks, tools, or training gear, and you do have tools. I'll need 5 of them, which is very, very expensive at this point in the game, but, you know, I can do precisely nothing about it, so what do? I can save a little bit of golden resin this way. Have to sell a part, but that's fine. We're at Prestige 2. I'm not too worried about running out of parts on this level. This is fine. It's gonna have to be fine. Alright. Trade those in. Let's get some foxes on the fishmen. Sure do wish there was a cheaper solution to that, but needs must, as it is. I don't know what I'll do with any of that quite yet, which is a little rough. I guess we're just down some woodcutters, but that's gonna just have to be okay. Still not sure what I'm gonna do about that little encampment. Like, is definitely of the mind that I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do about that much later. Because at the moment, I don't know if I need money or people more than anything else. I mean, I'm gonna feel like I want people a lot more pretty soon because I'll need to put people on totem duty. Will this finish in time? Yes. It is going to suck, however, when the totems drop down, but, you know, dangerous glade events suck. That's kind of what they do. Alright, you get out there, get to a totem. Gonna definitely need housing very soon. Sorta hoping for the granary to be built before I dove into any of that, but I think we're past the point of waiting. Let's upgrade the hearth as soon as we can. Yeah, so fabric is made here forever. Keep around 20, I guess that's fine. Relinquish your flax, sir. You're fine building. Zorg's leaving. How insane would it be to tank my parts for a farm? I am getting 8 of them soon. I have the ones I need built right now. So maybe it's worth it. That's very scary. And I know likey. Basically give up all the parts I'm getting from my orders for slightly more sustainable food in the future. I mean, it's almost certainly worth it. Slightly more sustainable food is very important. It feels bad. Feels very bad. But I think it's gonna end up being worth it. It's very hard to go wrong with sustainable food in whatever form it takes. May as well move the training post out of the way. Doesn't need to be absolutely anywhere. They're kind enough to deliver all your goods directly to the warehouse, no matter how far they have to walk. And if they're gonna be charging me exorbitant rates, I'm gonna make them walk, darn it. Jerks. Do I want this jabroni over here to work on fabric instead of planks? Maybe. Right now I want him to work on building instead of anything else, but either way I think we're fine-ish. I need housing up. I'll need people gathering food pretty soon too. We're already at Quaking Bog hostility levels, but that's because these stupid totems exist. They'll vanish soonish, but you know, not as fast as I'd like, which is like immediately. Alright. Totems down. We get one every 60 seconds. So, cross fingers we don't get one in the next 2 seconds. Oh, god. Dang it. Okay. Well, fine. That means we're gonna get one at the very end, and we'll be sitting at an extra 60 hostility going into the storm, which, sucks. That sucks, and I hate it. And that's that. Oh, this takes so much early manpower. Early manpower I absolutely do not have. But, you know, what do? I decided, hey, How bad could taking an early timed event possibly be? It's like, it was bad, you dingus. Of course it's bad. It's always bad. It's always very scary. Yep. There's that extra one that we knew was scheduled to arrive just before this finished. Highly lame. However, we got the hurried expedition done, refunded some of those parts, got us an apothecary. We could already make biscuits for the harpies, which is kind of sweet. Let's see what else we get. The cooperage, this is questionable at best. We have some copper production, except we don't have any copper ore. Like, we haven't found a single clay pit anywhere. So that makes the smithy a lot less useful. Forger's Camp and Trapper's Camp, I'd have to take that on Prospect because neither one are useful right now. They'll probably be useful, but they certainly aren't right now. Maybe the smithy, just because it's a good building in general to have if I do anything with metal. I guess. Cooperage would be a lot more enticing if I had beavers and any metal whatsoever. Make some coats for the harpies, get them happy, but I've got harpy houses. Just take the smithy. It'll be good later. Supplier's pretty good. Tea house is pretty good. Manufacturing's pretty good. Well, we found a lot of pretty good stuff. Didn't quite find the pie I was hoping for. How important is plank production? I mean, the supplier's really nice. I don't think I'm gonna need water skins this run when I have the stamping mill. So I'm not, like, as interested in the water skin, but just 2-star planks out of anything is good. TS might also be a benefit. Just the fact that it makes some porridge and keeps our foxes around longer is good. Plus the very cheap tea, but that's like, you need metal for tea. I don't have any metal. This is all very rough. Maybe I re-roll this. Probably should have re-rolled the last one. Greenhouse and kiln are certainly takeable. Like, probably just the greenhouse, it's very good. Kiln's also very good, plus it gives us jerky, which might actually be really important. Though we have no meat. Like, there's no meat revealed on the map yet, so, like, what am I gonna turn into jerky? My hopes and dreams? I mean, the kiln's great just for the coal, because that makes your hearth a lot more efficient. The 1-star bricks is better than what we got. Opening up jerky is good if, you know, we find some meat at some point. Greenhouse is very, very tempting, though. If we get the greenhouse, we're basically set on pies and biscuits for the rest of the game, and porridge and skewers. It's very tempting that way. Plus, if we happen to get insect traps or fungal guide, the greenhouse is like the best food system in the game. Now that I say that out loud, it's very hard not to take, huh? Surely we'll find a drizzle geyser somewhere. Surely. Anyway, we didn't get a lot of help from any of this. We'll get some money, maybe we can buy some really good stuff soonish. But for now, we are kind of in a little bit of a pickle, not gonna lie. Especially with hostility being this high. We're gonna lose quite a bit of it once the totems are done, but that's not gonna be for a second. So I'm gonna have to drop all wood cutting. We'll get them foraging because that's extremely useful just in general. And we'll see where we stand. Harpies are upset. Yeah, that wasn't a shock. No good food, high hostility, no housing. Do we have any fabric made? No, we don't. That doesn't get us there, that doesn't get us there. Will they last the 1 minute? Well, will they last the 30 seconds it'll take for the Fishman Totem to go down? Probably. I guess we just torch some wood. Not a lot else I can do about it. Once the Fisherman Totem goes down, we'll be able to undo the wood burning, but for now, we can't. What are we looking at people-wise? I'd want one person there, at least one person there, probably two. So that's like 10 people that I need already for like bare minimum. It does feel like I could easily bring these guys in if I had the food, which I don't. But in, you know, a theoretical world where I have enough food for that, it would work. Oof, 84. That's too high for me to even run a single woodcutter. That sucks. That is why I made harpy houses, though. I did have a reason. Can we make biscuits out of anything? Herbs, berries, roots. No, we need to find a drizzle geyser for that. I will probably punch into the small glades looking for some pretty soon. Can we afford bringing people in? 6 times 3 is 18, so, no. No, we cannot. Cannot afford to bring 3 people in, period. I guess we could unassign a woodcutter. It's not insane. Sure. Bring them in, why don't you? The parts would be nice, the planks would be nice. Like, all this is very useful. Pretty happy with that. Can throw a lizard on the hearth if we really need to, but we don't. Yeah, I think it's fine just to have the extra help right now. We'll rejigger everybody once the storm ends. Hopefully I'll get a thingy. Hopefully I'll get a thingy. Hopefully I'll get an order that tells me to open up some random glades, and then I'll guilt-free open up the small ones. But for now, it is guilt-full to open up the small ones because it's a lot of hostility for not a lot of benefit. I definitely want foxes working on the farm. They don't take as frequent a break as harpies or lizards. So they're sort of the only choice I've got, more or less. We could afford a woodcutter. 'Cause reasons. What are those reasons? I don't know. I think we just got a hostility, an impatience point, and that bumped us up a hostility. Makes a certain amount of sense. Whatever, though. God, these suck. Calming water does something. That's kind of it, though. Sahilda's arriving. She might have some good stuff for me. I don't know. I mean, I've got a clearance geyser, and I could pipe up the apothecary with it, and the stamping mill. That would get some water usage. Then we'd get an actual benefit from the cornerstone. I mean, it does something. I hate giving up my legendary cornerstone just for money. It might be more useful, but we did get a ton of money from completing the order, or the event, so that makes me want to do it a lot less. Oh, the alchemist hut would be so good. But we have no berries or mushrooms revealed on the map whatsoever, so we can't really do that. Fox Resolve might happen someday, maybe. I think I'd rather burn Blightrot Cysts. The fuel mix is a really good cornerstone in general. It saves you an absolute truckload of fuel. Homes for foxes is impossible. I don't have any crystallized dew. I don't have any way of getting crystallized dew. Sahilda doesn't sell it. There's no cash with them, so that's just a wash. Clothing for the people might happen. Aid for the fox pack. I need to find a storm geyser. That's not likely. Clothing for the people is just generally good. I guess I take that. And I grumble about it. Okay, time to rejigger the workforce again. We don't need that much fabric made. I would love it if I could let you finish collecting from that, so I guess I will. It's gonna be really hard to pull people off the foragers camp right now. Cause we have no food. We don't have enough to bring in people, because, like, I am feeling the pinch of not having enough people right now. I would love to bring them in. Maybe I can do so during clearance. But for the moment, it feels a little bit like I can't. I'm also going to break into these glades because I need the space, even if I don't have orders for it, but I will feel guilty about it. But that's as bad as it gets. Yay. How much fabric have you made? Ooh, drizzle geyser. Well, now things are looking up. We definitely slap a greenhouse down here. Well, we should see what's in the small glades first before I tear down already pre-made farmland for possibly no reason. I want this gone for space too. I just need the space, dang it. We're all cramped here and it's not fun. Another drizzle geyser. It's kind of neat. Some pretty bleh stuff in the crate here. We have a smithy. Maybe we'll find some clay on the map someday. If, you know, God willing. Maybe we'll make some, make something out of that. Hey, there's the fertile ground I was hoping to find. Lots of small encampments now. You. Why don't you go here? Well... This is a risk. But I do need people. And we have some mushrooms now, so extra people means extra food gathering. So it's sort of like it kind of evens itself out. But yeah, we'd like this encampment gone. We would like the clay pit collected from. We can get a little metal from it. We definitely want a greenhouse slapped down right here. That will be lovely. Those are some very useful things we got, that is for sure. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't put roads there. It's just a good idea. Ooh! Autosave! Anyway, once we've cleared out a bit of space around there, I think I'll be perfectly happy to move them over to the farm, clear that out, give them a slightly faster route to the warehouse. Food's a little low, but no one's starving yet, so... Is it really low, or is it precisely where it needs to be? Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Yeah, it really makes you think. Makes you think. You're not gonna get done, are you? You're definitely not. That's unfortunate. That's a few veggies we're missing out on. Oh, maybe you will. Nope. Just barely. It hurts to see. I wish I hadn't noticed that. I wish I was just completely ignorant of that dealing over there. Plus to clay production could be really important, actually. The bonus to mushroom production would also be really sweet. Doubles the mushrooms we collect from gardens, and since we'll get some from the greenhouse, that makes it a little better to get from the greenhouse. It's very good. Clay might be a little bit more important. We are very light on the amount of clay we've got right now. And doubling it will get us quite a bit more. That will sustain a pottery for a while, though I don't need a lot of clay given that we have a stamping mill to sustain pottery production for at least a fair bit of time. Maybe the mushrooms are more important. Just to make sure we have enough food, especially since I'm about to put down a herbalist camp over here. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. So that's what I'll do. If I can, I'll wait till Sahilda's about to leave, then check in with her and see how I feel about getting the clay as well. It'll be very expensive, but I don't know. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, everything takes 3 parts on this difficulty level. I'm so used to it taking 5. Alright, so we might get biscuits made someday. The incense and the tea will be lovely to have. Incense especially for a Dangerous Glade event, which I'm sure I will be breaking into this one relatively soon. Until then, though, we focus on, well, not a lot. We can't do much. Alright. How painful is 16 money from you? Really painful. Possibly unsustainably painful. really give up 7? That feels like a terrible idea. I mean, we've got 8 more coming in. I only need 3 to build the trapper's camp. Oh boy. Actually, did we, no, we didn't put any in the stonecutter's camp yet. So I need 6. This can't possibly be worth it. Give up a bunch of lumber, but that also can't possibly be worth it. No. I think we let that one go. I do eventually need somebody in the workstation here. Just throw you in there, it's fine. Hope y'all like vegetables, because that's all we've got to eat for a while. 40 here or something, that'll be fine. I do need to consider using rainwater a lot faster than I am as well. Because I'm going to need to do that. Oh yeah, I needed parts for the blight post too, jeez. Yeah, a lot of good reasons not to have done that. Nine food, huh? That is very troublesome. Like, I don't think we've delivered the veggies from the small farm yet, so we've got some leeway. It's just very spooky right now. Very, very spooky. Yeah, I need a lot of planks made. I need a lot of stuff done. Ah. Rough times. Rough times ahead. Could make some incense just in case during the storm. Wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. We're definitely gonna have to halt woodcutting again. Down to 1. We'll live. Foxes might be upset. Lizards might be upset. Lizards are a little upset. We'll just put one on the hearth and that'll solve it. I could bring these guys in. I'd have to cut a woodcutter, which is fine-ish. Certainly having 15 more food wouldn't hurt. Did give us some homelessness, which is bad. Maybe should have noticed that before I went and did all that. But the harpy houses will get made eventually, and then we're golden. It's fine. Speaking of things we're fine with, let's get you guys collecting mushrooms. I did spend a lot to make our mushrooms better. When the stonecutter's camp goes down, we'll get people on that. Somebody on the workstation. You guys stonecut. Rest of all y'alls. I guess build? I guess. Could just make a trapper's camp. Wouldn't be the worst idea. If I've got lizards hanging around doing not a whole lot of anything, Trapper's Camp sure seems like a good plan to plan to me. I would definitely start sending people out for money if I had meat, but I don't, so that's that. 2 people in the workstation is good. We really don't have much clay at all, do we? Which makes perfect sense. We didn't find much in the way of clay, period. Alright, Harvester's Camp is now done, but there's plenty more down here. Bit of a walk, that's for sure, but we'll just put a road down. It'll be fine. Alright, everyone's housed again. Gonna get up some good harpy housing too, that'll be helpful. I am definitely going to have to get some complex food up soon though, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do that. Haven't found a tablet, can't really get the harpies happy, despite the fact that they have nice housing. Can't make clothing. Can't burn blight cysts because I'm not using any blight right now. Well, I'm not using any, you know. Not using any rainwater. God. Got out of my brain eventually. Pipe that up, that'll be fine. Definitely need it for the greenhouse, which is going up right now. That'll be good. That will be a very sustainable food source for the rest of the game. Good, good. I guess we fast forward. I do want to break into here, see if we can't find an ancient tablet or something. Also gonna have to consider what I pipe up, if anything. Sure is a lot to consider, huh? It's very hard when your orders are somewhat out of reach. Maybe I picked them badly. Could very well have been the case. Okay, you exist, although we're about to put woodcutters back to work, so like, whatever. Giant vegetables, that's really good. You have a ton of vegetables we're gathering, and that brings us up from 3 to 5, which makes a small farm substantially more sustainable. It's absolutely a good pick. Aesthetics is easy enough. Fox Resolve at 24 is gonna be ambitious. This to pick up some crystallized dew fairly easily is pretty tempting, so we can do that. It's gonna take a lot of planks, but oh well. Lizard Resolve at 24 is going to be tricky. Brotherhood, making scrolls is going to be tricky. I would love the temple. If I see the temple, I will almost certainly pick it up. I guess that's good enough reason to take it. +1 to meat production would be nice if we had any meat to get whatsoever on the map. But we don't, so what do I care? Maybe just for the parts, because I spent all my parts and I have no parts. Maybe we'll get up to 24 at some point, and then I'll be happy. Could happen. It's not impossible for it to happen. If the order that you get the temple from would guarantee like it has a higher chance of showing up in the blueprints, I would take it just to encourage it to exist, but there's no guarantee if you pick that up that the temple will ever exist at any point ever. So like it's kind of like, do I really want to do that? It's kind of a risk, and then also who cares? Okay, gotta get people on woodcutting. Don't need as many people in the harvester's camp. You are capped on fabric, so sounds like you're a prime candidate to do something else. One less person in the stonecutter camp is fine. Do need a lot of building materials, so I want the workstation to be full. You get on the hearth to make everything more efficient. We're not getting any resolve from anyone anyway. I guess that's it. It sure seems like it. Could I use more people? I mean, I could use some more foxes for the greenhouse. Is that worth giving up my very limited amount of food for? That's a great question. I'm unsure. Probably want all of this cleared. Makes me want to put down a warehouse out here, because that is getting to be quite the walk. And if I got a warehouse down near the small farm, that would also reduce their walk, although I did just queue up a big stone path all the way there, so that would feel like a huge waste. But maybe that's fine. Maybe I shouldn't be so persnickety about that kind of thing. If I'm gonna pipe something up, it's gonna be a food production building. Is it really gonna be biscuits, though? It might be. I need to pipe something up at some point. I need metal. I need the stamping mill to exist. I should probably, you know, make it a priority at some point. Love people on the trappers camp too, but like I can't really manage it. Like I don't have the people. All right. Got the blight post active. We're not gonna need much out of that, but we will need something. Pipe the clearance guys are up. It's fine. Our food supply should, like, skyrocket now, though, given that we're getting 3 per pick on these vegetables. It's really, really strong. And, yeah, and the farm is making 5 instead of 3, which is, you know, pretty substantial when it comes down to it. So we're in a much better spot, at least. Could pull one of you. I really can't pull one of you off, though. Like, I kind of need all hands on deck when it comes to building materials right now. I think I want to bring in another fox, though. I can cut a woodcutter, or maybe just, like, yeah, someone in the harvester's camp. That's fine. We're not even making fabric right now, so why not? Why not do that? Alright, stamping mill exists. That's excellent. We'll keep 20 pottery around just in case. Wow, we have no clay whatsoever. It's all going into bricks. Wow. Boy, I'm more and more feeling like I should have taken that, huh? Anyway, we'll have herbs. We can mill flour out of mushrooms and grain at some point. That's not a whole lot of people that can use grain for me to, like, swap directly to this quite yet. I think we'll be fine, drilling for mushrooms, so to speak. Keep 30 around, well, maybe 40. Like, I pick 50 just because it's a nice, like, half 100 even number, make brain chemicals go happy. But, like, there is a reason, because, like, if you keep it really low, like 10, then people stop making flour, and then they'll be like, oh, hey, I dragged 8 flour if you put 2 people in here, it's like, oh, well, we only have 10 flour available, so one of them just gonna be idle and not doing anything. So, like, you want to keep enough so that this production is, like, double at least. And 50 is just a nice little buffer for me. Oh, Farlif, hello. Plus to stone doesn't do a whole lot on this map. Reinforced axes would certainly be convenient. Carpenter would be nice for the plank production, though not as essential as it would be in other games. Advanced smelting would make our incredibly terrible copper production slightly better. I think the axes would be really helpful. There's a very good chance we'll start running low on wood at some point during this game, and I'd like to nip that in the bud if I can. Ooh boy. Maybe some of my fabric instead of all of my wood. That sounds good. Cool. Thank you. Sure would love some pipes from him as well. How bad would it be to trade for pipes here? Don't need the fabric right now. It's half my wood. Oh, that's scary. But I think it'll be useful. What are we doing over here, Foxy? You're done. Good. Get back to... Oh, we're full on wood cutting. That's good. Go to the greenhouse. Make stuff there. I mean, we have the mushrooms to start biscuit production. It does make the harpies quite a bit happier. Need to cut a bit of labor from somewhere. Probably the foragers' camp now. That's reasonable. So you don't have to do that right now. We need flour first. Farlif is leaving. I really would love the Carpenter blueprint, but we just can't afford it at all. More people have arrived. The metal would be helpful, and the food would also be helpful. So that sounds good. Get you on the trapper's camp then. Put you back to work there. In fact, maybe 2 of you on the trapper's camp. What if we just went totally crazy and put 2 people gathering eggs? Whoa! Slow down there, buckaroo. Your audience can only handle so much excitement at one time. Yeah, someone in the harvester's camp would probably be better than the forager's camp, ultimately. Let's throw them over there. Rest assured, I also don't like how this looks, but we don't have a lot of stone to kick around. I guess if I'm running the stamping mill, oh yeah, I just don't have any clay whatsoever. Gosh. That feels kind of brutal, not gonna lie. No way we live at Hostility 3. Ooh. Or 2, for that matter. Can afford 1 woodcutter. Cool. Lizards are upset, but they shouldn't leave, probably. They might, actually. This is a very long storm. Could slap a bunch of them on the blight post, and that'll probably solve it. In fact, let's see if that solves it. Sure does. Okay, cool. That solved that. We're making some biscuits now, so that's nice, I guess. Should keep the harpies pretty satisfied for a while. Smithy is ambitious. It does feel like we're in a little scooch of trouble. Very slow orders that aren't really doing anything right now. Guess I could work on the aesthetics. We may be in giant trouble, but at least this place will be pretty. Oh, we're out of fuel, huh? That makes sense given how much light we're making here. Alright. Don't do that. Relinquish that. Don't make pottery. Do we have enough planks? Sort of. Just stop making stuff here. It's fine. Relinquish the wood. 1 woodcutter is not going to keep us stocked in enough fuel to make it through this storm. So needs must. Okay, that finished. That's good. That is why I set you to make some pipes. Can actually start using water at that point. That'll be cool. Yeah, you have nothing to do in there. You're literally just in there because it's hot and that makes you happy. Woof. Man, I would love to put down another woodcutter. I don't know what we're gonna do about year 4. It's gonna be to the point where getting to level 1 hostility is going to be very much not doable. And I'm not sure what to do about that little problem. I'll need some kind of complex food for the lizards and stuff. Can I get it easily? I don't know. Probably not. Nice little cook pot next to there. That'll be cute. Sign over here. Down some signage. A couple more gardens so people aren't as depressed about the game being lost. It's all okay. Give me something useful. Oh, hi. Give up 27 wood for double wood production. Yep. We do that without even thinking about it. That's really good. Really, really good. You two can just be builders, I guess. Sure seems fine to me. I want to swap a harpy out, though. Yeah. I want a harpy on the hearth while we're sitting at this level of hostility. What's our next order that I'm never gonna do? Use drizzle water in engines. Now, the greenhouse does not count for this, which is a little rough. I mean, I have tool production to send caches. This could happen someday. In theory, I want to use this to pipe up the granary once I start going fully into pickled goods production, so this is probably more doable. It's just I don't have any clay to turn into pottery is the problem, because I've been needing so many bricks, and our brick production is butt. It's absolutely terrible. Oh boy. Piping this up would also not be bad. The flour, the pottery, all that's gonna be part of the food production chain. Wouldn't be crazy. This feels like this is going to be a longer term project than I thought it would be. Could get both woodcutters working on that, but right now we have none fuel, so that's a little spooky. We only need the one builder, right? Just throw you in the greenhouse. We do need planks, though, is the thing. We got a lot of aesthetics we need to build, so I can get more than 2 reputation. It's definitely holding me back, that is for sure. This road is never actually getting used. Put down a little lamp next to the farm, that'd be cute. Crossroad signs over here, I mean, it doesn't really matter what I put down where, but I want it to be pretty, so that's what makes it count. Some more lovely plants. It's fine with me. That's 8. Still need more. All out of eggs here. Some more there though, so that'll be fine. I mean, like, these don't have to be in the hearth, because they just have to exist, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, kinda don't like cages. Anvil near the smithy, that feels appropriate somehow. Maybe some really fancy plants here, maybe. What if the fanciest of plants? Alright. Well, that'll take a ton of wood, so I guess I'll hold off on it for the moment. or certainly somewhere. I definitely want to use as much clearance water as I can. I don't want to be sitting on a surplus when using water reduces hostility. I'd also love to pipe up the granary, but I would need metal for that. I guess I could start making some copper bars out of this stuff. It's not crazy. Can I put down the hearth yet, guys? Nope. Still got some trees to chop. Oh well. Just speed up time again. Oh, I wish I could favor the harpies. Could I get them close with Happy Juice? Not really. Bit of a shame, that. What is your deal, Schlemiels? We're capped on biscuits. Make more. Actually, why don't you make some incense out of herbs if we're actually out of resin? That sounds fine to me. Tools, coats, a pipe. The pipe sort of does something. Clay would be nice to have. These would be nice to have too. Don't want to bring in too many more people. We're kind of at the point where I'm a little worried about sustaining our population. But that's fine. Let's get you in the stamping mill. We need somebody in the granary too. Why don't you two go in the granary? Start making pickled goods for our non-harpy friends. Surely that will get us somewhere. Definitely use vegetables primarily. But feel free to use mushrooms if that's all we can get. I could probably start growing grain here. Probably. Feels like I need to wait until we have pie before I commit to grain on this farm, to be honest. And like, there's not a big difference between 5 and 6, so I'm not too worried about how inefficient it is. We got some happy harpies. Problem is not enough of them. The coats only did a tiny bit for a tiny length of time. Unfortunate. Is the hearth location cleared out yet? Yes. Well, that sounds like a good thing to pivot to, so ditch that, put you up here, that's fine. Slap the hearth down. This just feels like a good spot for a warehouse right here. It'd be better if I put it like over here if there happens to be fertile ground in there, so I'm probably gonna wait till I open it up before I commit to anything like that. Vliss has some interesting stuff. Villagers moving quicker would be nice, doubling the resin from trees would be nice. But all of that requires money or goods I could trade, and I have neither of those. So I guess that's not happening. Oh well. You don't happen to have some coats on you, do you? You do. What if I traded you some biscuits for some coats? How many would that get me? 23? That might be enough to get the harpy resolve to full. And it works on clothing for the people, so like, it feels worth. That definitely feels worth. We can put down a little harpy housing district over here now, because the hearth will be made at some point in the future. Is that enough coats to actually clear it? I don't think so. Hey, the flak finished. Yay! Slightly more reputation. Glory be. 14 plus 18 is 32, so I need 3 more coats. Hilariously. Sell another couple of biscuits, I guess. That'll get clothing for the people done. Which is good. What are you lacking? I assume bricks and planks. Yep. That makes perfect sense. You guys are in the stamping mill, that's good. We've got some blight, but not a lot. Not worried about it. Thank you, Blease. You were more helpful than I dared hoped you'd be. Have some copper. Certainly making a few more pipes in order to pipe up the granary would be a good idea. So I'll do that. Queue that up. I could just turn off the water in the apothecary because it's not doing anything for the harpies right now, but on the other hand, it's using water, and I kind of need to use water. Also need somebody on the blight post. So I guess it's you, and we'll leave somebody out doing something. Probably you. Don't need as many mushrooms. We do have a full contingent of foxes in the greenhouses, so mushrooms are just kind of incoming already. A lot of impatience right now, huh? Keeps hostility down, but it is troublesome. Okay, we definitely have to get below 3. It would be a big deal if we did not. We'll see how we live on 2. We're surprisingly okay on 2. The lizards might end up being a problem, but I can throw them in the smithy and the blight post if I really have to. Might just sack some wood too. Woodcutter's Prayer is definitely making it so I can be a lot more cavalier about that. More eggs over here. Not a lot, but there's definitely some. And I guess some is better than none, and we'll call that good. I still need 4 aesthetics somewhere, goodness me. Over here, maybe? Gonna need some comfort in this hearth at some point. So I may as well put some fences down here. We can put, like, cook pot down here over next to the harpy houses. That'd be kind of cute. Right across from the cook board, we can put down the town notice board and be all like, today's things we need done are blur and blur. Please take care of blur at your earliest blurvenience. Ooh, clothing for the people's done. This will not bump me up a hostility level, so I'll just click the button. Has some packs of provisions. How we'll get enough lizard resolve to make them happy is anyone's guess, but maybe it'll happen at some point. And I'll just be happy with that. Clothier's okay. This might be Alchemist Hut days. Might also be Ranch days. I could pivot entirely to grain. We could get a bunch of meat, turn that into jerky, turn that into water skins. It is a very sustainable way of making containers. Don't have any water skin production right now. Clothier would also be pretty sweet. But only the harpies use coats, and I'm not too worried about them. So just make crystallized dew so I can actually get down some freaking fox houses. Crystallized dew also doubles as metal, so then I could start making tools. That does open up a lot of doors. That opens up enough doors that it's leaning me towards that choice. Definitely use resin primarily, but use herbs if you must. Use clay. I could use a clay pit on in this game. If I am being real. Because I'm going to run out of clay pretty soon. And it would be best if I did not. Alright, that's been made. Excellent. I definitely need people over here now. How many more harpy houses do I need? A couple. Let's just build a road that way. Put down some houses over here. 16, that's enough for all the harpies. I'll still need a shelter over here to fit everybody. So I guess I'll just move it over here. It's fine. I mean, it's not fine because it's not very nice looking, but it'll do. It'll do for the moment. Let's type out the stamping mill here. I think these guys have enough to do that I would like to speed them up substantially. You guys are... Oh, we don't have the pipes for you. Well, that's a shame. Turn on tool production, but I don't expect we'll be getting much of those made. It'll be fine. Boy, these are bad. Just take money. Expert specialization is okay, but I'm kind of doing nothing with trading right now. Maybe that can change. Let's check our orders and see if that'll change. Nope, not gonna change. If I found a stormwater geyser, that would be good. Will I? I don't know. This is still, like, useful. Even if it doesn't do anything right now. It's useful enough. Alright. Get everybody back to woodcutting real quick. Then pull you off the blight post, and I guess that does it. Sure does look like that does it. Okay. Well, at least we're getting some resolve from the foxes. That'll be nice at least. If I can get some crystallized dew and make some fox houses, that will basically be hypercharged, and I'm looking forward to that happening someday in the future. For now, though, let's break into this and see if we can't find some bonuses. Stormwater guys would be pretty nice. Pipe that up yet? No. Not yet. Let's tweak that up a little bit. It's fine. You guys okay in here? You unloading it? Is that that what's going on? Is there a reason you're not cutting the one tree I have marked and decided to cut that one that's close by but still not the tree I marked? Is it because they were going to it? I guess it was because they were going to it. Alright. I guess that's allowed. Oh, butts. This again? Ugh. Who's arriving? Sir Renwald. He might bring some of these. Maybe. Ick. So I don't have pie or skewers or jerky, so I can't really bribe him. The butcher would give me access to all those, though. A haunted fox house. That's amusing. Definitely just want to rebuild the butcher here. That will be a huge advantage. Like, really, really good levels of advantage. So let's queue that up. Rebuild that. Didn't find a geyser in here. Did find some meat, but the meat is too high level for us. We can't possibly survive if we tried to collect that level of meat. No fertile ground in here either. Which means I'm kind of feeling small warehouse right here. It'll speed up a lot of stuff that I would need sped up. Hey, aesthetics is done. Good, no reason not to click on that. Give me something good. Workshop's still upsettingly relevant. Leatherworker makes really good water skins, but I didn't take the ranch, which makes that a lot less appealing. Just workshop? Sort of feel like just workshop. Like, I'm desperately scraping for planks and bricks right now, so that feels like the play. Let's move that out of the way. I could put it here so there's a theming bonus, but that's silly. There's no actual theming bonus. That's what makes it so silly. Anyway, this is top priority. Whatever bricks or planks we have goes into here for sure. Make 20 and 10 there. We have enough bricks now, so just need planks basically. Just put the planks there, please, Dunkel. Newcomers have also arrived. I guess these guys? Do I want more people? I guess. Certainly not crazy. When are you arriving? 3 minutes? That's spooky. This might actually just go off, which is not ideal. Oh, 5 builders, but no one on the... I think I might have to put somebody on the warehouse so they unload the workshop and we can actually get some things going. It's fine. There's a cache here. Doesn't have a lot I care about. Oh boy, I hope Renwald has a solution for that. I could probably swap to vegetables and grain. Probably. We have a very large stockpile of vegetables. I'm not worried about running out of food anytime soon. So maybe that'll be fine. Everyone has complex food, at least. I do wish I could have made pies, but, you know, I couldn't, so the end. Yeah, we don't need much clay to make pottery, but we do need some, and we're not getting a lot. Sort of hoping we'd find a whole bunch more, like, large clay pits somewhere. That happened fast. There's no meat anywhere except for this, but you're too weak to get it. And that's all the clay we can find. Uh-oh. That's no good. The flax will reveal some clay at least. Gosh. That's spooky. Veggie and mushroom skewer sounds great to me. Use eggs too, why not? And any meat we have can turn into jerky, that's fine. Can turn vegetables into oil, maybe grain into oil. It's nice to have 30 of that around. But yeah, we definitely want to fill that out. How much of this do we want? Like, probably 70 or something. And skewers we need substantially less. 50 seems okay. Seems fine-ish. Definitely prioritizing the food out of anything here. Alright. Really would love those pipes to be delivered also. Okay, you two are done here. I need you building the workshop that you will move into momentarily. Use the rest of our stone, make the trip from the greenhouse a little faster. Just a scooch. That's all I need. That's all I can get, too. Oh, where do we go from here? That way? Maybe. Certainly makes the greenhouses a lot more efficient. Somewhat close to the warehouse. Somewhat. Probably rather pop into this one. I do need, like, I could definitely use another hearth. Only problem is, where am I gonna have the space for such a hearth? I don't know. Secondary consideration, where on earth am I going to get clay? I don't know. Renwald has brought some tools which can solve our fishman problem. I might just have to get that. Alternately, I bribe them. What's the reward for bribing them? Food. So, kind of crap rewards, to be honest. Training gear, tools, rocks. You only have tools, which I mean, okay. We're making some, actually, aren't we? Yeah, we have 6 coming in through delivery. Okay, so we only need 11. 6. I can math. I swear. Yeah? Seems fine. Give up some metal. Oh my god, all of our metal? Maybe not all of our metal. I really want that best bonus to biscuits, but probably best I don't. Anything worth 14 I can pick up from you to just even things out a little bit? No? It's a big no, it seems like. Big no. Okay, fair enough. Alright, that'll give us 9. Once the 6 tools are delivered, we'll have 15. We can start to work on that. We're gonna work on that during the storm, so I don't have a massive amount of hostility to deal with during the storm. Because it'd be really, really nasty to have 120 extra hostility going into the next storm. And by nasty, I mean lethal. And I would like to not die this game, if I can manage such a feat. Speaking of things I would like to manage, this wood, these trees need to go, dang it. What's your problem? Capped on biscuits. Well, fine. Maybe I don't need that many people in here anyway. What's your problem? No planks? Yeah, that makes sense. Let's have you guys in there working on planks. You have nothing to do. Don't have enough eggs to get that, which is unfortunate. There's a chance we get bugs? No, there's really isn't. Did I set it to use eggs in here? I think I did. No, I didn't. Okay. How interesting. Ah, here's all my eggs. Right, I set you to be used in skewers instead of vegetables. No. We use vegetables. We use veggies and mushrooms. And let's send our eggs over here and get some money for this. Get it out of the way, get that done. Sir Renwald is leaving. I would love the bathhouse and the clan hall, but I'd also like a pony. And I'm not getting that either. I probably wouldn't want a pony. It's just something I say. You can blame my mom for it. She always uses that as the go-to example of just something decadent you don't absolutely do not need. Alright. We're pretty good on food. I shouldn't have to worry too much. The only thing I worry about is just, like, resolve. Yeah, for this reason. Fox on the Hearth solves everything. So I guess we call it good. Gotta get some people on the Blight Post. I think I'm gonna need to start this pretty darn soon, unfortunately. Yeah, sure feels like it. I can get it done in 3.5 minutes, which is okay. I have to factor in travel time, though. Very risky to get too many totems during the storm here. I think once I hit the 2-minute mark, I can somewhat safely start this. Sorta. I know you're idle. There's not a lot else to do. It's fine, just chill. That will leave me a minute to spare to finish this, not counting in travel time. It's spooky, but the second I click investigate, the timer starts to give us death totems, which is bad. It's a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's in fact a terrible thing. So only getting one during the storm feels critical. Yeah, so there we go. We can handle one. That's about it, though. Absolutely no clay anywhere, huh? How troubling. I really do need to find a clay pit, don't I? Jeesh. Need to cut into there, too. Need to do a lot. Clear this area out. Should I make a third woodcutter? Certainly more wood is not bad, and I could definitely use the space. Alright, there goes the totem. As expected. Où est un fuchs? There we go. Get him working on the totem. And we'll burn some wood, and that should get us through the storm. Let's pipe up the butcher now. Got a drizzle geyser, why not? Still haven't found an ancient tablet anywhere, which is kind of bleh. But oh well. Alright. Woodcutters, back to work. Could put one less person in the stamping mill or the workshop. Maybe not the workshop as much as I'd like. One less person in the harvester's camp, fine. That'll be our builder. And I'm just gonna be low on people as long as the fisherman exists. So that's kind of that. Woodcutting is slower until you open glades. Work safety guide can be pretty great if you have education, but I don't. 2 minutes of happiness? I mean... it's a substantially slower amount of woodcutting, is the thing. Maybe I'll take it when I'm about to break into the glade. And that'll do. New totem. Swap you out. Pumps us up another hostility level, but it'll have to do. Some more drizzle water there. Make the lizard super happy. Seems okay. Working on the blight cysts. Working on drizzle water. Working on a lot of stuff. Slowly, slowly we crawl towards victory. Sure would have loved it if, instead of crawling we sprinted, but you know. We're having a little trouble. What with the lack of a lot of key things we need. Minor issue that. I don't want to bring too many more people in. Planks and food would be helpful. The coats would be nice. Alright. Bring them in. It's fine. Cleared one of those, which means another one's due. Sure is. Okay. Chop to there, that'll do. Yeah, once we get close enough to the glade here, I'd be pretty happy to take the cornerstone that gives happiness for opening glades. I just can't do that right now because, you know, I don't have anywhere close to enough. I need more woodcutting speed, is what my mouth was trying to say, but decided that it didn't want to say it in any meaningful way. We could use more metal, so yeah, let's start making crystallized dew. That'll be lovely. As long as we have a fox or two free, why don't we just put you in the greenhouse? Because you're really not free, because you're about to be needed for a Fishman totem. Yeah. That's the thing about that. Still, that's the last Fishman totem we have to deal with. So that's good. We have some tools. I could open a cache up, which is certainly possible. Am I gonna do any of these? 10 foxes away from a fox majority. I have no way to make porridge. I don't have any stormwater. Like, if I find stormwater in here, then I'm basically guaranteed to do that, but I don't, so I can't. The end. Market's okay. Explorer's Lodge is also pretty okay. Clothier's pretty good. That opens up water skins, which might be what all my containers are made of pretty soon. Does coats for the harpies, which gives them a substantial boost, which they sort of need. Yeah. I guess it's that. That finished at least, so that's good. Totems will all be slowly destroyed, we'll get lower hostility, and that makes people much happier. Why are the harpies this upset with good housing and good food? That makes no sense, dang it. Bakery's really good for pie, and for biscuits. Mostly just for pie right now, though. Tool shop's fine. Manufacturing. I mean, there's a world where that's good. I think this is a bakery, though. We wanted pie for the entire game. So now that it's here, surely I can't turn my nose up at it. And we will start making copious amounts of pie. Should also up the limit of herbs we carry around, too. I foresee needing more of those. For sure. Let's up the limit of flour as well. Use grain for that too. You can use grain and oil. Yeah, that's all good. I would love a harpy on the cloth here. So I guess we'll swap you two. If we have some spare oil and leather, we can make some water skins, that's fine, but your main job is to make coats. Many coat. Many coat. Are we really that far behind on all this? Holy cow. Oh, I never piped you up. That would do it, yeah. I'm kind of surprised I haven't made enough pipes for that yet. I only have 2. Where's the pipes, sir? You have metal, where's all the pipes? It's fine. Alright, all that's cleared out, thank goodness. Put down some fox houses here now that we have cleared out some space for it. It just looks pretty, shut up. Put some lizards in here to make many pie. Many pie. Love to pipe that up as well. A little hard to without pipes though. Let's have pipes be priority. In terms of wood cutting, I'm probably where I want to be. In terms of, things cut down. I could probably just break into 2 glades. Little bit dangerous to do it this early in the clearance, though. I may just break into that late clearance, early storm, and, call it good. Man, for all the water we're using, we still have a whole lot of hostility. Unsurprising, but upsetting. You don't need to be in the warehouse, you're fine. Go build stuff. Some reputation, that's good. Lizards and foxes are quite stoked with life right now, which is very nice. Definitely could use a ranch, possibly a clay pit. One of those would be pretty nice. What's your problem? We're completely out of stuff to make crystallized dew out of. Yeah, that is an issue, isn't it? I guess you get to take a break for a while, huh? Go help build. There's plenty to build. Any trader arriving soon? We have Zorg up on the way. That's something. Out of mushrooms there. I guess we're completely out. I don't see any more. Just have veggies kicking around and flax, and that's about it. Sure is. You can just go in the pile of camps I might use later then. Go help collect veggies. Cool. Glad we solved that. Zorg! Zorg! Interesting. We still have a ton of flax we haven't used, so I'm not particularly worried about making it stretch much further. Farmers carrying more items does help, kind of. Pottery reel wouldn't be insane to pick up. I wish you had clay on you. I could buy a bunch of pottery. No one says I can't. Could also buy some pipes. That'd help out too. There's options. Like, without any clay, I don't know how much more pottery I'm gonna make. It is a substantial boost to how much pottery you get per clay, though. That's tempting enough to do that. I'd rather not give up my resin right now. I'd rather not give up much of anything. I have an excessive amount of vegetables, I guess. Here, we'll trade you some vegetables for the pots we plan to put them in. Sure. Don't need planting speed. The only thing I really care about is harvesting speed and possibly carrying capacity. But I don't think we're losing that much on the farm every year. Farmers carrying additional items might help with that, but not by a whole lot. And I say that. But them being able to carry 11 items instead of 6 is actually really good. So let's do that. It's getting close to that time where I break into the glades and use the cornerstone. Not in that order. Oh, we'll be using a lot of drizzle water, that is for sure. Hopefully 2 people on that. I mean, I have a second geyser is the thing. You don't happen to have any wildfire essence, do you? No. Fair enough. Still haven't found that stupid tablet either. Ridiculous. Alright, we have to stay below 5 or people die. So let's nip that little bit in the bud there. Zorg's leaving. I think that's fine. Get out of here. Could we live at 4? Harpies are a little upset, but that's like all they are. If I just put some in the stamping mill in the apothecary, that probably gets us there, yeah. I want to use more water there anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. Let's run a bunch of woodcutters then. That sounds terrific. I can pop open the cache. That's something. It's definitely something. Alright, let's do that. We'll finally open up these glades and see what's what. Maybe I'll find a storm geyser and I'll finally take that last order. Hope springs eternal and all that. Completely out of wildfire essence, which kind of sucks. Can't make another hearth without those. Just didn't get a whole lot of them from my orders. And I'm not going to. So I guess my only real option is to cry about it. Slappy back here, it's fine. Now, we certainly made the most out of our vegetables, that's for sure. Burning blight cysts. Am I gonna need a second person on that? It kind of feels like I will, because we don't have enough fire or enough people burning it to keep up. Yeah, that's bad. A cache is fine. Brickyard's kind of nice. And I have to emphasize kinda. No clay whatsoever, which is very bad. And some fallen harpy scouts, which I can just take care of immediately. Once I get a fox. You. Congratulations. Go pay for the funeral. Barrel schematics? 1-star barrels in the lumber mill and smithy. That sucks. They do have tablets, so I should give some consideration to. I think I'd rather pay for the funeral though. In fact, what I think I would actually rather do is pay for it in resin. Just dump the resin out of the alchemist's hut. We'll eventually get more from the woodcutters and it'll be fine. Yeah. I think that's fine. Get us a little bit of reputation, which is important. What is our current bottleneck? Is it just think our bottleneck is just production. Sure feels that way. We're struggling to keep enough pies in stock, but then again, I only just built it and started making that. Got plenty of flour on hand, so that's all fine. I don't know. Anyway, we got a nice, massive jump to global resolve right now, which is nice to see. I guess we turn this into a farm? Fix this up? Maybe I want to salvage it, actually. 3-star bricks is all it kind of all it gives me, and I don't care. I think we just salvage it for the metal. Newcomers are here. That's something. Parts, pipes, herbs, berries. Origamaroo and Timbuktu. I don't know. Ooh. Hit 5. Can't do that. Can't do that or people die. How much hostility reduction have we gained from water? A whole 30. Boy. That's almost an entire year's worth. Oh goody. It's very rough. You go in there, you collect some drizzle geyser water, we need it. Route delivery line ain't bad. More stuff means more money means ways to solve problems. Sure. Hey, fire starter completed, huzzah! That'll make our purging fire production far more efficient. Temple? Beanery? Gosh. I mean, we turned that in, it's fine. Still didn't find any stormwater. I could just make a rain collector, which I hate doing, but might be what we do anyway. Maybe. It's a tough choice. Again, I'm probably not gonna get enough foxes at any point during the game. I hope not, because if it goes that long, I'm kind of screwed. Beanery's real nice. Just for the porridge. Same thing with the tea house. The temple's really, really good. That solves our, people die at 5 hostility because we have a ton of wood we can burn. It's almost certainly the temple. It feels crazy to not take the temple when I'm that worried about people dying from hostility. So let's do that. Truckload of happiness right now, too. If I pipe up the butcher, we could actually get that lizard resolve quest done. And that'd be certainly nice. What else are you giving me? The rain mill's out of date. Scribe doesn't... Well... Scribe does something. Forum doesn't do much. Tavern doesn't do much. I guess scrolls for education? We did pick up the temple. Those sucked. But I guess it's fine. You hurry that up, please. I don't think I will be clearing the haunted fox house anytime soon. At least not until all of our massive buffs to resolve wear off. which they wear off in 15 seconds. Which makes me very sad for the lizards. I don't think there's anything I can do to slow down their slow descent into hating me. Which is a shame. Sure is. Guess making sure they're all housed would help. Can't really fit anything there. Break in there? Maybe. Maybe this is actually where I go next? Certainly not lunacy. Do that. Can we rejigger a few people so I could free up some lizards? Yes, I can. Cool. Get in the temple. And let's start burning wood. There is definitely a possibility we keep the lizards a bit happy if we lower hostility by a bunch. And I want to lower hostility by a bunch at all times, basically. Because if we don't, we'll be in trouble. So I like to avoid that, as it turns out. That's 12 fox houses, that's just enough. Distillery? Finally make some porridge. It's something. Plantation's also kind of something, but it's only kind of something, and it's not a needed something. I guess we take the distillery then. Yes. I can put the distillery in an aesthetically pleasing place. No, I can't. Oh god, it's off. Why? Why you gotta do that to me, man? Send those caches out real quick. I mean, I may as well just turn this into a farm down here. Certainly, I can't go wrong with more vegetables and grain at any point. Move you guys down here so you're not in the way of stuff. By you guys, I mean the one person I have there. I guess I should probably get more people on there. It's our only source of clay, after all. High level of corruption. It's fine. Could make luxury goods if we really wanted to. I don't. I may need to turn down some happy juice because we're running out of clearance water. Let's get you making porridge out of herbs or veggies. Probably veggies more than anything. Use drizzle water because it's the most efficient method. Get in there, that'll be lovely. I mean, if we keep resolve this high for much longer, we might just win off that. And that would certainly be nice. I'm crediting a lot to the temple right now, because we've already got minus 50, and keeping us down full bar of hostility artificially is really helpful. Lizards are done. Boom. We got there, kinda. Brought in more lizards. Do I put down another woodcutter camp and just burn the crap out of my wood? It's feasible. Kind of feels wrong, but it's very feasible. never mind. How did that happen? Oh, because I opened a cache. Right. Okay, well, that's sweet. Glad that finished. Alright. How are we looking now? I very well might need to get the caravan wagons going here. Maybe. Is it worth it? Sort of. It's probably worth it. Flooded mines. No hostility, but you gain hostility per villager. That's a little bit rough, but doable. Let's buy some upgrades. Lizard houses and field kitchens, and oh god, these, I want all of these. God, I want all of these really badly. Neighborhood's a very important unlock. Embarkation bonuses, don't do anything. I'll never have enough points for that. Dang it. Chance of double yields is fine. Every settlement starts with 5 bricks is good. Newcomers bringing more is fine. Discounts are nice. Almost certainly every settlement starts with bricks, though. Caravan slot, mine upgrades. Harpy House is really good. Probably essential. It's fine then. +1 cornerstone. Slightly more embarkation stuff. A discount. The walking speed may factor into things. +1 cornerstone's really good though. Yeah, it's kind of that good. Alright. Almost certainly Beaver House here. District also very, very tempting. But no, can't right now. Alright, am I gonna get artifacts from here? I am. That'll be a huge help. On deux, trois, yeah. If I go here, it's fine. I'll uncover the point of interest. That'll be good. Also, an Obsidian Lore Master popped up. Hi. Do 2 Forbidden Glades, gain 10 vegetables and 20 vegetables and 10 planks for the rest of the run. That's not good enough for me to detour like that, I'm afraid. So I guess we just let it go and do a Flooded Mines run next time. But that's next time, because I'm tired. And I want to stop. It is a Survival Sunday for Garnet class, though, and she's playing Manor Lords. That game looks like it has a lot of potential, but I don't want to play it in early access because it needs more, in my opinion. But that's not gonna stop me from wanting to watch it. I'm very eager to see how that particular game progresses itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and rank Garnet. And I will leave you on the calming music of home. Thanks for streaming. Dendrian! You're here again with the lurking. Unbelievable. Unbelievable that you wouldn't show yourself so I could immediately shout you out. Dendrian's awesome. You should watch Dendrian. He's a very cool guy. He has cats. Makes it even better. And yeah, I will send you off to Garnet. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciated it. The hangout was nice and calming. It was a fun time. I will be back on Tuesday for more Against the Storm. I hope I can beat the Queen's Hand. It's not like it. I don't know. I'll save my rant about that for later. For now, it's hard. It's hard. It's not easy. Anyway, I'm signing off now. Have a lovely day, evening, or whatever it is, and you take care.